football news creating shockwaves across the state as the whipping Boise State put on Hawaii this morning. Dwayne Shimogawa joins us with the highlights.
Well, Mariella, President Obama used the word shellacking after the dominating performance by the Republicans, and that same word works for today's game as well. Boise State just had it going on all cylinders from start to finish. Up 6-0 early in the second, Kellen Moore lofts a pass to Tyler Shoemaker, 13-0. The Broncos led 21-0 at the half. Then with 9 minutes to go in the third, Moore once again, but this time to Titus Young. It's an 83-yard score, 35-0 Boise. They'd win this one 42-7. Now, coming up later in sports, we'll show you more highlights from the game and tell you about how big of a day the Broncos had against the Warriors. Mariella, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dwayne. Many Warrior faithful went to local bars and restaurants to watch the big game. At Side Street Inn in Kapahulu, fans were glued to the TV, hoping for a miracle comeback as the Warriors were down going into halftime. But even with Boise's large lead, many were still optimistic.
It's been a really great year for Hawaii this year. We got 6 games in a row? Well, we still got a chance in this one, but we'll see.
It's been a good season, and we had a lot of momentum. The offense and defense playing awesome. I think we can turn around this game and hopefully do well.
Despite the loss, fans say there's lots to look forward to, including a Sheraton Hawaii Bowl berth. And there was at least one person from Hawaii cheering for Big Blue in the stands, and that's because he's in the Boise State Band. Punahou grad Jared Yim plays the trumpet, and boy, was he and his bandmates busy today considering all the great plays the Broncos accounted for. A Waipahu man is behind bars.
Hey, welcome back. Hawaii went into today's game against Boise State with high hopes, but those hopes were dashed early on as the Broncos ran away with this one from the beginning. Up 21-0 at the start of the third, Kellen Moore goes to his favorite target, Austin Pettis. The 43-yard score makes it 28-0. Then the very first play of the fourth, it's ground time as Jeremy Avery trots 19 yards for 6 points. Boise routs Hawaii 42-7. The 737 yards of offense by the Broncos was the second most ever by a UH opponent. Moore finished up with 507 yards passing. Alex Green scored Hawaii's only touchdown on a 54-yard scamper. The senior tallied 107 yards on 10 carries. The Warriors offense mustered up only 196 yards, the lowest output in over a decade. Brian Muniz passed for a season-low 127 yards. UH gave up 7 sacks, and Kealoha Polaris did not play. On the defensive side of the ball, Mana Silva picked off 2 passes and is tied for the career school record at 13. Colin Kaepernick threw a career-high 5 touchdown passes, and number 25, Nevada, piled up a team record of 844 yards of offense to beat Idaho 63-17. The Wolfpack moved to 3-1 in the WAC. Ryan Colburn passed for 229 yards and 3 touchdowns as Fresno State defeated Louisiana Tech 40-34. Robbie Rouse rushed for 286 yards and a touchdown on 43 carries as Fresno State gained 529 yards total offense, 229 rushing and 300 passing. The Bulldogs improved to 4-1 in the WAC.
Warriors hosted by the Broncos. Better game would have probably been Kahuku Mililani last night. Nation's most prolific passing offense shut down. America's leading passer, Brian Moniz, couldn't get it going. Sacked 7 times in the game. His weapons, Kealoha Polaris just played 1 down with a hamstring injury. Greg Salas' stat line, 2 catches, 10 yards. Warriors with 196 yards of total offense, lowest in 12 years. Broncos, on the other hand, 737 yards of total offense, nearly 4 times as much as UH. Kellen Moore, career-high 510 yards passing, found Titus Young here for 83 yards. Heisman hopeful not only played, he played about 3.5 quarters, went 30 for 37 with 3 touchdowns and 2 INTs. All thrown to safety Mana Silva, picks him midway through the third, gives him 7 on the year, 13 in his career, tying a school record. Offense finally got on the board in the fourth quarter. Down 42-0, Alex Green, 52-yard touchdown. His third career 100-yard game on 10 carries, rushed for 107 yards. 42-7 is your final. Warriors suffer their first conference loss after winning 6 straight, now 7-3 overall. Broncos improved to 8-0, 4-0 now atop the WAC. Warriors no doubt licking their wounds going into their first bye week. Their latest victim, the University of Idaho Vandals, were in a big showdown with 23rd-ranked Nevada Wolfpack. This one, not a bounce-back game for the Vandals. hosting Nevada's Colin Kaepernick and that option running attack, but they didn't need to run because he was all over in the air today. Kaepernick hooks up with Rashad Matthews on a pass, makes it just look easy. This one goes for 53 yards, 14-0 Wolfpack. Kaepernick threw a career-high 5 touchdown passes today for 302 yards. Nevada thrashes the Vandals 63-7.